I've always wondered why the Second Amendment seems to be the only right that we need to seek permission in order to exercise. Like, I don't see anybody who has to fill out paperwork to have free speech. Does everybody have their free speech permit? I don't hear, exactly.
Are you interested?
In like the Fourth Amendment, for example, you know, we don't need to go through background checks to be safe from, you know, illegal searches and seizures. I'm just wondering why that's the only amendment that we need to get permission to exercise.
If you believe that everybody, before they buy a firearm, ought to be checked to see if they've been a felon, they're a dangerous person, serious mental health problems, if you believe it's appropriate to check them, then the loophole is if they can still buy a gun without the proper checks.
I can make that same argument for the Fourth Amendment. There's violent people who are hiding evidence in their houses and cars, and police can't go in there to get that evidence.
That's
So
why
I can make that same case that people should need to have their background checked to have the Fourth Amendment.
Some people don't believe there should be any background checks. 90% of the people believe there should be to keep the guns out of the hands of very dangerous people. We've seen what happens when very dangerous people sometimes use firearms to kill a number of people. That's the issue. And there are reasonable people that don't believe there should be any checks or controls on the right to own firearms. That's not what the Constitution says, by the way, and I taught the constitutional law for many years. It talks about a well-regulated militia being necessary, and because of that, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So you can interpret that. Different courts have interpreted it different ways, and different professors. That's just something where there will always be some disagreement between some people and other people. It's the way it is. We did not pass any gun legislation in the short session.
And for the record, regulated back in the late 1700s did not mean tons of laws, tons of bureaucracies. It meant to make regular or well practiced. No, I don't have a representative or a senator right now.
So it's
We scheduled one to be
8:05.
able to talk about air pollution. So
Yeah.
if you want to talk about gun control, please schedule your own,
Yeah, actually.